Hello everybody, my name is Marlo and welcome back to TekTopia, where last episode we built up this merchant store that you can see behind me here. It's currently nighttime, so no merchant in there as of just yet, and we also did a couple of other things, as well as the fact that I teased a big project that we were going to be doing today, which is going to of course be the main focus of today's episode, and that build is actually going to be the most important build in this entire dwarven inspired village. More important than the tavern, more important than the mines, more important than the school and the library, more important than any of the homes, more important than the storage room, and even more important than the town hall itself. It's gonna be, and this probably isn't that big of a reveal because it's most likely in the title and the thumbnail, but today we are gonna be building the treasure room for our dwarves that once lived in this village. I guess these guys really aren't dwarves, but maybe they could be, I don't know, but the dwarves love their treasure, so we are gonna be building a large, grand hall to store all of their gold in. But before we start any of that, I would like to make a couple of changes over here by our animal pens that we built up the other episode, if you guys can remember. And I've not long read your comments from that episode, and a lot of you were saying that, yeah, this is pretty inhumane to keep them underground like this, and I should at least give them some water. So yeah, what we're going to do here, if we just come into our cow pen, this guy is so lonely at the moment, hopefully he gets a buddy at some point today, but all we're going to do is just take out these 3 blocks here, make a little pool down there, get rid of this block, grab ourselves a water bucket, and just place it down like that. I'll neaten all of this up, you know, replace these with some logs, and yeah, we'll just do that at the back of each of the pens. And there we go, our animals have now got something to drink as well as something to eat, aka the grass. I would put hay bales in here, some of you also recommended that, but it's already pretty cramped enough as it is, and that'll take up floor space. I mean, I've already just lost 3 there, so yeah, don't really want to take up any more by placing in some hay bales, but yeah, you guys can now have a drink if you want. I'll be very, very impressed if you manage to do that, considering it's not really a feature, but yeah, it's there if you want it, sheepies. Merchant, where are you going? Get back to your stall, please. The whole purpose of building that thing was so I could find you easily. I don't need you wandering off. That would be greatly appreciated. Yep, climb back over there, trying to get away from me. What's he like? I have actually had to move this round here because whilst I had it placed behind this note block, he wasn't actually walking in here, so don't know whether that's just a coincidence or you can't actually do that. But anyway, I got some items here. I don't often trade on camera with you guys, so figured we'd do a little bit here. I got lots of wheat. He hasn't had this trade for a while, so able to use up all 5 slots. As you can see, 5 is the maximum amount, and I know really you should only trade in stacks of 5, like 5 stacks, because the prices go down as you trade with them, but I'm so low on emeralds and so low on resources, I kind of have to, otherwise I just have to spend absolute ages waiting. So yeah, I know it's not the best way to go about things, but kind of got to if I want to actually afford things. He's wandering off again. Didn't take long for him to give up waiting around, unless it's getting to nighttime and he's walking home. That could be the case. Indeed it is. Look at that sunset. How beautiful. But anyway, I suppose we should actually get on with building up the treasure hall now. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Having said that, before I actually start digging out the area, I need to figure out where on earth I'm going to put it in this village. Like, just the entrance, no matter where we place it, I'm going to have to dig some sort of tunnel actually leading towards it, just because it is such a massive area that we're going to have to dig out, and I don't want anything else getting in the way. So first things first, got to find an entrance, but I'll just do that off camera because I'll probably have to dig around for a while and come to some sort of conclusion. But yeah, let us build this magnificent dwarven treasure hall of goodness. buddy. Pretty grand, right? Pretty grand indeed. How do you guys like the treasure room, which is missing its treasure? We'll sort that out in a little bit. I just want to talk about a couple of things before we go and grab all of our gold. I've just noticed I've made a mistake. Hang on. I have stuff in here we can fix. We'll do it on the fly. I need a trapdoor, just like that. I also need a fence, thank you very much. Some blocks so I can pillar up. We're going to do some building on camera. This counts. You guys always ask me to build on camera, and this is as much as I can possibly manage with my brain. I can't talk and build at the same time. I'm missing a trapdoor, huh? How did I miss that one? Whoops. Anyway. So yeah, I want to talk about a couple of things before we go and get all of our gold, which is what we're going to do here. So on the floor, I'm basically just going to pile up a butt ton of gold blocks there and just, make this the main focal point of the room here. And I want it to stay that way. I don't want the walls here to drag attention away from all of the treasure, right? Which is why we have a pretty lackluster block palette here. Some of you guys may be thinking, oh, it looks kind of boring. It's just the grey and the brown, the bricks and the wood. That's intentional. I thought I'd go heavy on the detail and not so heavy on the colors, I guess. So yeah, it's meant to look very plain and boring in a way, I guess. I think it suits with what we're doing here anyway. Of course, any suggestions, guys, let me know. But yeah, it's meant to be intentionally quite a plain block palette. But yeah, this is the room, apart from missing the treasure, which we'll get in a little bit. But we got our 3 pillars here, kind of on each side. The pillar points holding up the room, archways going across from one side to the other. We got some horizontal pillars, which I think makes it look structurally sound. I'm no architect, but I think it might be able to hold up if it was a real life building, although probably not. But this is Minecraft, so it doesn't matter. We can build what I want. And yeah, of course, we've got our golden throne at the front here, which maybe the old king of the dwarves maybe once sat on this throne. Or maybe we could make one of our villagers the king of the undergrowth. Or maybe I could sit on the throne. See how it fits. I can't sit on the chairs, unfortunately. I wish I could. That would be great. But yeah, anyway, guys, now what I have to do is go gather a lot of gold. I'm going to head to my gold farm and just get as much as I possibly can. I mean, I need to pile up a ton of gold on all of this floor here, so that could be a while. I don't know, really. I'll see how long it takes. Okay, everybody, that is basically the treasure room all done. We have our entranceway here. It's kind of hidden away. It's got a secret password to get in, so let me just prepare my elvish tongue here. Melon. And as you can see, you say the word and you go right through. I feel like Gandalf himself. No, I had to do a little bit of a piston entrance because it kind of, well, I miscalculated the height here, so I wanted to hide it away from the outside look. So yeah, I thought I'd just do a sneaky piston door there. And honestly, this tunnel, I don't really like. I mean, it looks okay, but it's certainly not my best work. So we're just gonna skip right through. I may change it at some point or another, but I'm kind of running out of time for today's episode, so this is what we're going to have to leave as for today. But the main point of this entire room is, of course, the treasure in our treasure haul, which, believe it or not, guys, this is like 2.5 stacks of gold blocks. It doesn't look it, I know. I had to delve into my own gold supplies because my zombie pigman farm, while it's fast, its collection system is not the best. It kind of clogs up within a minute. So, you know, once you get past that point, it gets a little bit laggy over there. Well, it's just items galore, and it's, yeah, not the best to run over the long course of time. But Yeah, managed to fill up the floor here, had to bring it in a little bit just so I didn't spend all day at the gold farm. But yeah, 2.5 stacks of gold blocks, and as you can see, I didn't cheap out at all underneath these piles. It's full of gold, absolutely solid, there is no stone whatsoever. So yeah, that's awesome. The treasure room is now done, apart from one tiny little detail I think we could do with having some banners up here. Okay, banners are in hand, so let's place some of these down. I'm thinking we're just going to do it on these spots right here, 2 blocks below the top point. Is that good? I think that looks okay, right? So if we just do that on this side as well, swing on over, jump our way up, and I think that is in line with the other one. I guess I can step back and have a look. Indeed it is. And then the final 2, one can go here. Nope, not there. Break it down. We want it to go there. This is really difficult. Yeah, okay, and then the final one, go over this side, can go right there. So yeah, that just gets our village banner on display, and I'm gonna place a few more of these around the village in a little bit, but right now I want to show you something I did off camera. So as you can see, I have been building up another home to house some more villagers. This one is actually enough room for 6 villagers in total, and we're going to be using that to get ourselves some guards. So right now our barracks actually have 5 empty beds, and I have this house and another 2-person house somewhere else in the village. I don't know where I put it. I think it's just down there somewhere. So we actually have, once we get our tokens, enough space for 8 villagers, so we'll be able to spawn in 5 of them, let them grow up to nitwits and make them guards, and then they can move into the barracks, leaving us then with 8 spare beds for some villagers. Now, I don't know if we'll be able to get all 5 guards and all 8 other villagers today, because as I said, kind of running out of time here, but we will at least get the guards. So I believe I have enough tokens to actually get this 6-person home and probably the 2-person home instead. But I've shown you placing tokens down and spawning in children many times before in this series. Don't need to do it again, so I think what instead I'm going to do whilst I wait on the children to grow up is go around and place some banners in this village, because there's a few spots that I think might need it. I've got 15 banners, now I need to go around the entire village and decide where to place them. I honestly have no idea if I'm going to need more or less of these, but what I'm going to do is basically just go around each ring at a time, each level going down as we go, and yeah, just see what feels like it could need a banner. First up, the training room in the barracks. A lot of you said I should place them on the rest of the balloon blocks, as it doesn't really make sense only having them on a couple. Not going to do this one because I think it's a little bit different to the others. Plus, you know, I've only got so many banners. I don't want to put them all in one room. As for over here, I think it's okay. I think it's maybe if we just put one on each side, something like that. Let's actually put them on the same level though. That would be a good start. There we go. How about the armory? Does it look like any could go in here? Maybe just one right at the front. I don't think I'm going to bother putting any in the homes themselves, just because there's so many of them and I will run out very quickly if I do that. How about over here by the animal pens and butchery? Maybe I could do some right there. Yeah, that's a good spot for it. Okay, past me must have already thought that was a good spot to put banners. What about at the underground tree farm? I'm thinking no, just because this place is already pretty packed with foliage as it is, and there's no real place for a banner. So yeah, no, we'll skip that part. You okay, little buddy? Bouncing away on the trapdoor there, want a bit of help? There you go, you are still not free. Come on, get away. Well done, you did it. Should probably get rid of these. Would I like any in my storage area over here? Honestly, no, I think I'll leave that one as well. What do you think you're doing, clerics and a single guard? Dalen, get back to work. You meant to be guarding the village. What are you doing crowding around the town hall? I don't know, they're strange, but we don't need any in here. As you can see, we've already got 6. Same deal with the storage room. We already have some in the school over here, as you can see, but we could possibly do with a couple more. Just trying to have a look around. I think the school is fine, but maybe upstairs at the library section we could have a couple. I'm not really sure where. If we got some over there. No, we don't have some here. Maybe just at the end by our... I've made a mistake. I need a upside down spruce stair right here. Okay, well, we'll put a banner, I guess, here. And here, and then I will also go and get myself a stair. Whew, there we go, crisis averted, that was a close one. I would also like to move my banners up 1 block, because I think it looks ever so slightly better that way. I wonder how the tavern's doing. Nice and lively as always. Having a blast, are you? Is that Dalen again? No, it's Steffi, not Stephanie. I always thought your name was Stephanie. Sorry, Steffi. Yeah, any in here? I'm not really sure. We probably should at least somewhere, even if it's just a singular one. At the front here, I think might be a nice spot for it. Or do we want to go up a block again? It's so finicky, this. But it also kind of makes a big difference. I don't know, to me at least. I suppose I have quite a fine eye for detail, and that is a curse and a blessing at the same time. Any in the kitchen up here? Probably not. I feel like it might be a little bit of a health and safety hazard, especially if we put it right next to the flames over here. I think the final place to have a look for banners is over here in the mines. Now, I'm not sure if this is actually going to suit the look of the banners, because there's nowhere that's really standing out to me. By the way, the miners are doing good again. I think an episode recently they were kind of just spending a lot of time stood still, so what I simply did was I made new mine shafts, and I think I'm just going to go along here for however long we need it, because these are actually all the way to the finishing point. The miners cannot go any further than that. But yeah, and my druid is also replenishing some mine shafts. Could probably do with a few more of them. But anyway, we're here for banners, not for mine shafts talk, and I don't think there's any place for it. Let's just have a quick look in the blacksmith, see if anything stands out in here. But honestly, no, I don't think so. Well, those are all of the banners I wanted to place down today, and I just thought that was like a mini village tour of sorts. It was a very quick look over of all of the builds we've done so far in the Undergrowth, our ravine village here. So yeah, if you wanted something like that, there you go. But if you wanted something a bit longer, and I've mentioned this in the past couple of episodes, but I'm going to be doing a world tour for episode 50. So we're going to be taking a look at all 3 villages we've done so far: Mecklen's Vale, Esteria, and the Undergrowth, this one right here. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. But in relation to that, I do want to mention something super quick, and that is actually that next episode, episode 49, is going to be the final episode here in this village. Now, that may come as a little bit of a surprise to some of you, or some of you may have been expecting it. I don't really know. This village was never really meant to be that long running. I mean, we've been here since episode 37, so that's a good fair few, about the same as we had in Mecklen's Vale. Asteria obviously was a lot bigger of a village, so we were there a lot longer. But yeah, all of the walls in our ravine here are kind of packed, like there really is not that much room left for me to build, and I kind of got to everything that I wanted to. So yeah, next episode will be the final one in this village, and I just thought, since we're doing a world tour for episode 50, it would be nice to just wrap things up in a nice little bundle, ready to cover all 3 villages in completion. So yeah, next episode will be the final one. I don't know if that's good or bad news, but it is what it is. So next episode, we're actually going to be doing some work on the surface level. I've got some really cool ideas of stuff we can do up there, but something else I will actually also quickly mention, because some of you are probably wondering why I haven't polled you on what the next village is going to be, and there's 2 reasons for that. First of all, for some bizarre reason, and I'm not actually sure if this has been put in place just yet, but I think it would have been by the time this video goes out, YouTube actually got rid of the poll option on the cards, which makes no sense whatsoever. I don't know why they would take a feature out. I think the reason was because it wasn't used enough, but even so, it's not a bad thing. Anyway, that's a thing for another day. So that's one reason. I guess in the future, I'll just get you guys to type out in the comments, and I can count it up that way. But the other reason is, I kind of forgot, to be completely honest with you guys, and because I pre-record this series, by the time this video goes live, I will be starting, or at least prepping, the next village, so I won't really have time to actually, get myself ready to do that if I asked you. So for the next village, I'm going to be deciding by myself, but I'm sure whatever we do, it'll be something that we all really enjoy. As you can see, our children have now grown up into nitwits, and they are ready to be given the guard tokens, as you can see here. And these look a little bit different to what you guys are used to, and that's because in my series here, I use the rustic TekTopia resource pack created by Neth Robinson, which is linked in the description. But for the longest time, I used the first release of that, which only had the structure markers implemented. But yeah, now we've got these ones as well as the bear, I think looks different, and the hearts as well. So yeah, just thought I'd let you know why it's a little bit weird looking. But yeah, I have to go around giving these all of them out, and I should probably do that while they're all kind of hanging around here in Will area, because usually they're pretty difficult to get hold of. So if we could all just stop moving for a minute, that would be wonderful. And the two boys over here, 1 and 2. Nope, I need clicked on the guard again. There you go. So there is all 10 guards, and as you can see here, I also finally got round to purchasing a captain token. So now what I'm going to do is basically go and find the guard with the highest level and give them the captaincy here. And we can do that by looking at our TekTopia information book here, which again is an add-on, again linked in the description, and we can just go along here and look at all of the guard professions. So the ones that are coloured here are actually blessed, so I try to ignore them because this one probably isn't level 76, probably 30 I would guess, but the highest level over here is actually, where is she? Soraya Van Hayden, who is level 57, so I've got to go find her and we can give her the captain token. And here she is. She just gave me a salute and she is just changing chair apparently. So Soraya Van Hayden, you get out the way, Ollie. You're not being captain. Soraya, you can get those pointy horns, and I forget what other perk you get added onto it. I think you get a special attack or something like that. I forget. But yeah, the main thing is she's got those cool looking pointy horns. Oh my goodness. Falcon Folk there nearly just died. So I've blocked off a water source. As you can see, we have these waterfalls. I need to actually put it back real quick because the water bucket is supplying the crops with hydration. He just walked into here and started drowning. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, hopefully that's not an issue. I've never had that before. I don't quite know what you did so wrong there, Falcon. But glad you're okay. Man, that was a really close call. He had three health left, and he's already back to farming carrots. Looking back at that footage in the replay, I noticed that one of our clerics, wherever they are, performed... There's the one probably, running from something. I've noticed one of my clerics constantly running around. I don't know why they do it. It's quite funny. They're like constantly sprinting. But they performed an absolute clutch heal on Falcon. Like last second heal spell. He was about to die and brought him up to enough health to get me over to actually block off the water source. So... yeah, that was a close call, but I've had these stairs implemented in case of that happening because I thought it might be a possibility. So I put these in a while ago, but obviously they don't know how to use them. They just panic when they start drowning and don't move. But yeah, he's alive. He lives to tell the tale another day, or however that saying goes. But what I was about to record before Falcon started dying is I have put back our 2 guard post tokens. So one I've placed over here next to our storage room. Probably should fill that in there, but we quite often, for some reason, I don't know why, get zombies spawning in the storage room. I don't know how it works because there are no 7 light level blocks, so yeah, that's weird, but it happens. Shut the door on me, how dare you. So we got one over there by the storage room, as I said, and the second one we can go place down in the mines over here because sometimes they'll encounter, the miners will encounter a cave and run away from the mobs, and yeah, it's probably good to have one just chilling out down here, protecting the miners as they work. I will, by the way, everybody, get my guards some more iron armor. I'll probably make a trip back to one of the old villages and nab some from there again. Yep, there's my cleric running. Once again, she's not running from anything. She's just in a constant state of sprinting. I have no idea why. Oh, she's probably sprinting to actually heal that one up. Maybe you're not the sprinter. Nope, you're definitely the sprinter. So I figured before we end off the episode here, guys, we take one final look at our entrance. So, Melon. Press that, it's running quickly. There we go. past the ugly tunnel all the way down, and we'll take one final look at our treasure room over here. So yeah, guys, this is where we're gonna have to call it for today. I am fresh out of time, unfortunately, so I need to end things off here. But thank you so much for watching. I really hope you did enjoy, and I will see you in the last episode of this village. Don't worry, we'll be carrying on afterwards. Don't panic. Everybody does every time we end a village. No, we'll just start another one afterwards. But thank you guys for watching this one. I hope you did enjoy, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.